When and where was your father born?
My dad was born January 12th, 1962, in Detroit, Michigan. His name is Christopher Edwin Wright. He was a very precocious and very interesting and inquisitive child. My grandmother, his mom Ernestine, would tell me stories of him taking stuff apart and putting it back together, from computers when he got older to little toy cars to his men and stuff like that. So he's always been really, really good with putting things together and fixing things.
What age do your dad and mom meet?
My dad and my mom. My dad and my mom met in high school at Kettering High School in Detroit, Michigan, when I believe he was in the 10th, they were in the 10th grade. They were 14 or 15. My mom was a cheerleader and my dad was on the football team. And so it's literally like a typical, teenage love, lust, fun type of interaction that they had, okay?
Okay. When was you born?
I was born in 1984. My mom was 21. And by that time, my mom and my dad had already had my older brother, Christopher, which is he's named after my dad. My dad actually has, I think, 3 sons named after him. It's, it's kind of like George Foreman has like the 5 sons named after him. My dad has my older brother. He also has my younger brother, Chris. He has 2 kids, 2 sons named Chris. He also has a son down south that's named Edwin after his first name. So it's Edwin Christopher Wright. And so that's his name.
What does your dad do for work?
My dad is a mechanic. He's been a mechanic as far as long as I can remember. He always enjoys fixing cars. People on the east side of Detroit, a lot of them, the Van Dyke area, they kind of know him. So he's even fixed my stepdad's family cars and his cars because he's just really, really laughable and really easy to get along with.
What does your dad like? My
dad enjoys fixing cars. He's always had dogs. He trains dogs. He likes women. Okay, he always has several girlfriends, and a lot of people don't know about me is that my dad would take me with him. He would pick me up from my mom's house with my stepdad. My mom was married at the time to my stepdad, Charles. More about him later. That's my stepdad. So I have 2 dads, and he would take me to his different girlfriend's house, and so I kind of learned about different relationships because my mom and my stepdad had this monogamous, dedicated situation, family relationship. And then my dad was like the fun time, like really easygoing playboy type. So he had women all over the city. And I would go with him to these women's houses and play with all of their daughters. So, and I couldn't tell one woman about the other woman, you know what I mean? So he was just, the ladies loved him. Like LL Cool J, ladies love C. LLC, ladies love Chris.
What was your dad's relationship? What was your relationship with his dad?
My dad's relationship with his dad was, it was a non-existent one. My grandfather, DeWitt, was in the Army. And by the time my dad grew up, he kind of grew up with just my grandmother raising him. And by the time he got about 33 years old is when he met my grandfather, DeWitt. And I got a chance to know my granddaddy, DeWitt, as well. He was very fun-loving. But my dad was always kind of like closed off to him. You know what I mean? Because he didn't raise them. So they didn't have a relationship. And I think that it kind of affected my father to where he became emotionally unavailable a lot of the times with his children. By me being his only girl, okay, he would pick me up, but did as best as he could do, but he was rather emotionally unavailable. And the odd thing is, me and then his son, Edwin, which is down south, he's not really close to him, but we're actually the most like him out of all of his kids. We even have dreads like him. I got dreadlocks. A lot of people think I just got them. No, I got dreadlocks because my dad had dreadlocks. We have similar hair, and I wanted to have my hair like his, so.
What was one thing you like to remember with your dad?
One thing I always remember about my father is that he is a comedian of sorts. He likes to laugh. I get my sense of humor from my dad. I get my sense of style from my dad. Like, I really don't care about clothes like that. He is multifaceted. He has several talents. He not only know how to fix cars, he know how to fix anything around the house. He's really funny. And here's the thing, he cleans up nice. Like, a lot of people know him as what they call him, a grease monkey, or like the mechanic with the dirty hands and oil everywhere. But when my father would dress up, he looked really, really dapper, really nice and handsome. So I'm the same way. Like, I really don't care about the stuff, but when I put the face beat on and the makeup and the hair and stuff like that, it looks pretty nice. So my father is a comedian. He's kind of funny. I get a sense of humor from him. He loves food. He loves a barbecue. He loves dogs. And he's kind of an introvert. He stays to himself. He has always been a bit emotionally distant and disconnected. And I believe that's because he has so much going on in his inner world that he feels like he probably just can't share with other people. And I've learned to be okay with that.
And so, like, you clean up just like him?
No, I'm clean. He's not clean. I would clean his house when I was younger. He would come and pick me up, and I would clean his house. So yeah, I would clean his house up. I would wash his dishes up and all of that. I would clean his refrigerator out. I would clean his dog poop and everything up. So I would clean my dad's house. He's always been kind of messy, and I've been kind of clean. But the older that I get, the more I can appreciate. Although he is distant, and he's not really close to his children, what I do know about him, what I've gotten to know over the past 38 years of my life, is that we're a lot alike. And that is the story of my father, my biological father, Edwin Christopher Wright.